This segment of the Dctv Sports Network brought to you by Sargent Appliance and Video, with 3 convenient Metro Detroit locations offering in-house financing. Sargent Appliance and Video is your one-stop shop for all of your appliance and video needs. Sargent Appliance and Video, big enough to compete, small enough to care.
Welcome back to the action, third period action here from Hazel Park Ice Arena. 3-2 game here, early parts of the third period, and Robert Wilson knocked down in behind the play by big Nate Curry. A little how-do-you-do action here to start up the third period. Chip just a little too far for Curry. He'll turn it right. He'll throw it right back into the Blackhawk zone. Frykowski does, and Mike Nardone. Far pass over to Wayne O'Cokie. A little too far. Kevin Price back over to Captain Schneeman. Here's Wayno with the puck. Wayne Cote tried going cross ice, intercepted by Frykowski. Frykowski up to Robert Wurzba on the wing. Wurzba, the number 1 draft choice overall, will snap it. It hits a skate, bounces to the corner. Wayne Cote will reverse it. Nobody there but Jason Frykowski for the Canadians. He turns and throws it out front. It's a bouncing puck in over on Werner, and he'll cover that up for the whistle. 9 minutes to go here. The 9-minute mark in the first period, 3-2. And again, you can catch all the highlights from this game and the games of the week on DetroitCity.tv. You can go to the Events 35 document Facebook page, find all the information, their standings, and hey, don't forget to donate to the cause. Face off to the right of Warner comes right there, goal scorer Castle. Warner had to be careful with that, he steals it away. And that pass too far for everybody. Icing is the call. Face off to the left of Warner. Stevens wins it. Comes right back to him after the face off. Battling around there for it. Cade dumps it to the far side where Jeff Milner is. Milner. Back over to Jim Rohr, who throws it back over to Rick Colombo. Back over to Rohr. Nobody from the Canadians is there. Rohr is all day. Rohr with a long, nice pass, and that intercepted. Nobody there but Canadians. They throw chip one in for the speedy Stevens. Stevens will just turn and fire it. That one's wide over the net. Milner. Out to Moore. We got a 2-on-1 here. Moore and Kane. Over to Kane. Back to Moore, and that was broken. And the top lift is being broke then. Gene Stevens dangerously out for his own net. Stevens coming up over the line. Castle. Back to the handle at it. Back out to center ice for Clay Barker. As Clay Barker is on top of the puck. Let's make this come out wide. He takes it away. Now Kern keeps it in. They keep it in. Canadians. Blackhawks have to start over again. Milner. With 9 feet. Curry straight into the net. Play by Knight. Back over. Held by Mike Smith. A little insignificant play there. Smith had to be careful. Face off to the right of the net line to Smith. Back to the point, a shot. Smith steers that to the point. Smith won the comeback player of the year last year. A little wrestling going out front between Curry and Knight. The Canadians get the puck. Kevin Price leads the rush. Price with a little speed. Price looking. Price still looking. He feeds it to Wurzba. Wurzba with a shot. He fires that wide and high over the net. I'm not being able to hit the net. Early action here for a lot of these guys, and the shots are going to be off. And passes in front, except for that one. And talk about errant passes and shots. That one hits a couple legs, comes back out, and buried by the Canadians, Al Curry. 3-3 game. Paul Schneeman. He could not get that on his back. Kay, who throws it in front. Worsberg with the puck. Knocked down in midair by Milner. Milner tries a couple moves. That's kicked over by Knight. Knight cannot split the defense. Nice chip over to Milner and a 2-on-1 again. Mickey Moore drags it and he loses the puck again. Oh, second time Moore had a 2-on-1 and tried moving, turning back the other way. Knight. And that one's broken up by Jim Brewer, who clears it on the boards to Kay. That's good. Nice play by Price. And James Knight missed the pass up to Mickey Moore on the boards. And Jeff Milner. Milner looking around. Milner with a shot. That one rebound. Smith covers it. A big stop there. 6:04 to go in the third. Game tied to 3. And we welcome you to the first game of the season. Here between these two teams and to kick off, the kicker. Some of these guys have skated during the summer, but bad pass there by Parker over to Curry, and he fires that just wide. Nate Curry tries tucking it back in front. Slapped around there a little bit, and Smith holds on for the faceoff. Face-off to the left of Smith. Al Curry for the Canadians. Dan Stevens for the Blackhawks. That is up out of play. They'll do it all over again. Tommy Morris coming to you here live from Hazel Park Ice Arena. And this first game of the season, the opening night kickoff. As the Canadian Stevens wins the faceoff, it's cleared around. Not kept in at the line of Kasdan. With 2 goals tonight, comes over. Kasdan looking, Kasdan, nice pass out front, jump, scores! And a nice play there on a 2-on-1 and chipped up over Doug Warner, and the Canadians, just like that, come back and take a 4-3 lead. Nice play there, eh? Nice play there, Kenny Morris, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 2-on-1 there, and
very good.
we'll see if the Blackhawks have enough legs to come back tonight. As these players off season, first came back for a lot of these guys and didn't know whether or not they were going to be playing because of the pending lockout. But they voted on to come back, and here they are tonight. Kevin Price. Price dumps it in front, nobody there but Mickey Moore. Moore will lead the rush out for the Blackhawks. Out to Wayne Cody. Cody back over to Mickey Moore over the line. Moore looking around. Moore swinging in behind it out front. It's tipped a couple times and scores. Nate Curry with the big reach. As Moore throws it out in front, Nate Curry with his big body planted out in front, smacked at it a couple times and puts it in. Nate Curry, who in the offseason went on a regimen of barbecue. And he scores the goal. That's what hard training of barbecue will do for you. Pace picks up a little bit here as the refs put away their whistles early on this tie game, and we'll see what happens now. Robert Worsberg could not get it out. Left out in front all by himself, and that's just tipped wide. Schneemann gets beat to the corner again. He takes a swing at Kay. And Jake Kwiatkowski throws it along the boards. Nobody there. It hits Colombo's skate. He could not keep it in. It bounces out towards center. Jim Ruard with the puck. Ruard on his backhand. Throws it up to Kay, who gets that pass. Goes in behind the... Goes deep in the Canadian zone, and Schneemann. Over to Kwiatkowski, up to the center. In front of his own net to James Knight. James Knight takes a look. That's intercepted. There's Milner. Milner looking around with the puck. Milner gains control of it again. Swings it back into Mickey Moore. Moore looking. He throws that through the crease. It's It's tipped up to the center. Here's Bouncer Worsbro, number 1 pick in the lead. Worsbro looking around. Worsbro dragging it. Through 2 people, he could not do it. Colombo for the Blackhawks gains control and swings it out all the way down the ice. They'll go for it. 3:47 to go left in the game. All tied at 4 here on the Dctv Sports Network. Back to the action. He face off to the left of Doug Warner. Dan Stevens for the Canadians. Al Curry goes to the center, kept in by Giftis of the Canadians. He'll play it back in around the net. A little bumping there. Stevens squeezes by his man. Stevens again squeezes by. It's bouncing all over his stick lately. Stevens back out to the point. Clay Barker keeps at it. Barker with his shot goes through everybody. Rebound, and Mike Nardoni pushes it back into his goaltender's pads for a whistle. This Olympic-sized rink. A lot of ice surface there, Kenny Morris, for people to.
Interesting. Yeah, when did we get?
A lot of ice surface here. The stamina comes into play, and most of these guys are a year older and about a 6-pack heavier. Hansen again, 2 goals for the Canadians tonight. Kept it in at the line, but that's cleared all the way down the ice, and the Canadians will have to start over. Clay Barker. Barker dumps it in around the top. Giftis, the defenseman, will lead it out. Nardoni tried pitching up on his man. He did. It bounced around a couple times. Stevens gains control, though. Right on Doug Warner, who steers it aside. The bad pass there. Stevens. Again looking around. Stevens. Doing a little gypsy doodle. Stevens rolling around. Back in behind everyone's net again. Stevens still with the puck. Stevens pulls up. Throws it right. Van into the goalie, and it's covered up by Doug Warner for a faceoff. And a lot of times when that happens, what you can tell is they get tired. And when you get tired, you start to do stupid things with the puck out there. You go around, you throw on the whole team, and then you throw it to the goalie from a bad angle to corner. Face off there, a bunch of bodies in front, and Moore comes out with the puck, and he lifts it off his own. Hits a dead board, Jeff Milner. Milner tries pulling up on Kwiatkowski, who came back and took the puck away from him, and the Canadians back out. Kept in, Mickey Moore. Couldn't keep that in. Here's Kevin Price. Kevin Price throws it over to Robert Worsbro. Worsbro, the number 1 draft choice, throws it, hits a couple of bodies in front. Warner's easily steered that aside. Knight keeps it over to Price. Where's my shot? Oh! My goodness, what did that hit? Did he stop that? And holy smokes, great save there. Plays in behind the net. Mike Kane beats Steeman to the puck. Battle in the corner between Kwiatkowski. He comes out with it. Mickey Moore tries throwing that in front and hits the body. Moore again with the puck. Moore, little how do you do on Kwiatkowski? He gives it right back to Moore, and Steeman will throw it to an open wing. It just hits everybody in front, and it goes right back into Mike Smith's pads. He holds it for the whistle. And a bouncing puck that ended up at the side of an open net for Mike Kane, and he blew it right back into the pad of Mike Smith, who was sprawled out, helpless. And Mike Kane missed an open net. 1:32 to go in the 3rd period. 4-4 game between the Canadians and the Blackhawks in this opening night game for the 2012-2013 season. Here live from Viking Ice Arena in Hazel Park. Curry's discuss a little strategy at the faceoff, which is won by Price, who Giftis throws it over off the boards to Robert Worsbro, the number 1 choice, and leaves it off for Kevin Price. Price looking around. Price swings, tries throwing it back in front. It hits Nardoni's skate. Price with the puck, looking around again, back to the point. Giftis over to Kwiatkowski. Over to Worsbro. On his favorite spot, and he hits Nardoni's ankle. That hurt. Right back in, bobbles in behind Warner, and just wide. Nardoni again intercepts the pass. Price chipping it out, kept in by Kwiatkowski. Canadians all over. Canadians a shot, and then he scores! Robert Worsbro turns around, fires it between Warner's pads, and puts the puck in with 55 seconds to go. And the Canadians were all over the Blackhawks, who were scrambling a little bit in their zone. It comes up over on Robert Wurzbach, the #1 draft choice for the Canadians and all of the league. And you cannot make a mistake with that, man. He buried that, eh, Bruno?
Yep.
Can't
Right
make
on, man. Right
can't,
on.
can't make a mistake with him. He'll make you pay. 5-4. You know that the Blackhawks are going to have to end up holding their goal. We'll see if they can get it deep as they try to get something going. As Milner lost it to Stevens coming up, he's got Craig trailing it just a little too far for him. Perfect opportunity to really ice this game. Wojtkowski stepped in with the shot. Blackhawks cannot get the puck out of their zone. 30 seconds to go. They desperately need to get their goaltender out of the net. Nardoni gets roughed up in behind the net again. It comes right out in front, and Mickey Moore, who's spinning around 5 people, wasting more time on the clock, and throws it to an open winger. Mike Kay corrals it. Mike Kay up over the line. Mike Kay chips it in as the goalie comes to the bench with 10 seconds to go. Nardoni can't keep that at the line. And it just squeezes out, bounces over Moore's stick, and play will come just outside the blue line, and that could be it. That could very well be it. An exciting game here. Refs put away the whistles. Moore standing there, one last shot for Kay. Oh, I guess not. Onside, whistle blows, and that's it. From the Viking Ice Arena here, the opening game of the 2012-2013 season. An exciting game we had with the Canadians, who led by a goal all game. The Blackhawks come back several times to tie it up, and then on a goal by the #1 draft pick, Robert Bobsha Wurzbach, with 55 seconds to go, gives the Canadians, the preseason Cup favorites, the opening victory of this season. And we would like for you to check all the Facebook page that we have set up, DetroitCity.tv, the website there for this league, and make yourself a part of this wonderful storybook league here. My name is Tommy Morris, and from everybody back in the technical booth, next Sunday, game of the week, check the local listings. We're out.